Good afternoon, ma'am. Today we are going to present the three-reviewed article about the life and heroism of Jose Rizal. Article information. Title of the article: Jose Rizal, the life of the national hero. Author: Mark Harry Oliver and Pimentel Vanguardia. Year of publication: January 2023. Source: journal or publisher. Thesis uploaded to ResearchGate. Summary of the article. Main topic: analyzes how Rizal's peaceful approach and intellectual contributions made him the national hero. The life of Jose Rizal, who is regarded as the greatest Filipino hero, and his public contribution to the Philippines. The paper analyzes how he became the national hero through his peaceful approach to fighting for freedom. Key arguments: Rizal fought for freedom using his writings and not violence. His political platform focused on reform, not revolution. Jose Rizal became the Philippines' national hero because he battled for freedom using words, writing books, essays, and articles instead of violence. He preferred to speak out in favor of improvements using his words and use his intellect skills and abilities in a peaceful manner. Rizal's political platform included the Philippines becoming a province of Spain, representation in the Spanish friars with Filipino priests, freedom of assembly and speech, and legal equality between Filipinos and Spaniards. His two novels, Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, vehemently criticized Spanish colonial governance. A historical essay drawing from various sources. The method or approach used by the author. The paper is structured as an essay or thesis outlining and discussing Rizal's personal life and public contribution, analyzing his significance, and providing a recommendation. The discussion draws from historical facts and quotes, referencing various authors and sources. Conclusion: Rizal's memory should inspire patriotism and sacrifice, particularly in the youth, who are the hope of the fatherland. He presented as the ultimate role model, and anyone can follow his example through virtues like self-discipline and genuine patriotism. Strengths clearly identifies Rizal's major contributions and connects his historical impact to modern-day relevance for the youth. The article clearly identifies Jose Rizal's significant contributions, such as his works Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, his role as a leader of the propaganda movement, and his peaceful method of reform. It also connects his historical impact and contemporary relevance by discussing how he still motivates the current generation and how his example applies to young people. Weakness: contradicts itself by calling Rizal the national hero, while noting there is no official law proclaiming one. The paper notes that there has never been a formal law or proclamation declaring a national hero, including Rizal, yet it consistently refers to him as the national hero. The paper structure occasionally jumps between personal details and broader political arguments without smooth transitions. The conclusion introduces a critique of the younger generation being highly pampered, which seems to contradict the earlier emphasis on them as the hope of the fatherland. Is the information supported by evidence? Yes. The article uses numerous in-text citations to support claims regarding Rizal's lives, works, political goals, and historical impact. A full reference list in APA format is also included at the end. Is the article clear, well-organized objectives? It is generally clear and follows a standard essay or thesis structure, including introduction, body analysis, and etc. While the article is strongly in favor of Rizal's heroism, it praises It praises his extraordinary ability to love our nation. It does not mention opposing views such as arguments that revolutionary leaders are more deserving or that some viewed him as an insurrectionist. This is Mercy Alegria.
So this is the second article information that the title of the article is Complete Biography of Dr. Jose Rizal. Authors Jose del Castillo, year of publication updated September 13, 2025. So the main topic is a full biographical overview of Rizal's life, work, and legacy, covering his life and education, important writings, time in execution, and his lasting status as the Philippine national hero. So the key arguments emphasize that Rizal was a multi-talented polymath who was a doctor, scientist, artist, argues his death ignited the revolution, proving his ideas were more powerful than force. So the method is a straightforward biographical and chronological approach. So the conclusion is Jose Rizal's short life had a huge and external influence. He is the best symbol of Filipino nationalism because he fought for justice, dignity, and freedom through intellect and sacrifice. So the strength is the article is clear, well organized, easy to read, effectively covering the main events, Rizal's life while highlighting his diverse talents, doctor, engineer, writer beyond just his authorship. The weaknesses is the source is a general website biography, not a scholarly journal, so it lacks deep historical analysis. Its overly praising tone also limits any critical discussion of Rizal actions or ideas.
So this is the last article reviewed about the life and heroism of Jose Rizal. Article information. The title of this article is Rizal in Filipino Literature and History. The author is Ambeth R. Ocampo, and the year published is 2011. The source of this article is from the Ateneo de Manila University. The summary of the article. The main topic examines Rizal's enduring status in literature and separates documented facts from popular myth. It examines his identity as an author and his contributions to the birth of the nation. The key arguments is the questions the popular belief that Rizal wrote the poem Sa Aking Mga Kababata, suggesting a lack of evidence. Argues his true literary opus, the Noli Me Tangere, El Filibusterismo, Morga annotation that secures his legacy. Then the method used is a historical and literary critical approach. He analyzes Rizal's known works, cites other historical literacy scholars, and examines the canon of Rizal's poetry to deconstruct popular myth versus documented facts. The conclusion is the article concludes by categorizing Rizal's poetry into three distinct periods. First is the early, middle, and final. The main insights is that Rizal's writing was deliberate and evolving body of work that secured his historical role, and it must be read critically to distinguish myth from reality. Analysis and evaluation. Strength. The article's greatest strength is scholarly credibility and critical perspective, written by Ambeth Ocampo, a prominent Filipino historian. It moves beyond hagiography to ask critical questions. At the construction of the Sa Aking Mga Kabata, myth is inquiry. It is concise, focused, and challenges the reader to think more deeply. Then the weakness of this article is the article are brevity as a short essay. It focuses on the status of Rizal's major literature but lacks deep content analysis of his novels. Then, is the information supported by evidence? Yes. Ocampo supports his claim using specific works by Jose Rizal, the Noli Me Tangere, El Filibusterismo, Morga Successus, the canonical compilation by Jaime C. de Vera and Nick Joaquin's translations. His arguments about the Sa Aking Mga Kabata poem is based on the sound historical methods, citing a lack of original documentation and stylistic. Is the article clear, well organized? Adjectives? Yes, the article is exceptionally clear and logically organized, having from the general premise, the Rizal status, to specific illustrative examples like the Kabata poem and concluding with a structured categorization of his poetry. It maintained an objective academic tone throughout. Sa Aking Mga Kabata is important. Its purpose is to encourage love for the native language, the Filipino, as a key part of national identity and freedom. By cherishing the mother tongue is a cornerstone of his legacy, linking his early ideals to the broader movement for Filipino independence.